guys? It's T Squeegee. Um, this video, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess it's, I guess we can talk about the California Dream Poll now. I've been using it for I don't know, like 2.5 weeks now. Um, I like the poll. It's a nice rigid poll. It's nice and stiff. He said stiff. It's a stiff poll. I like that. I actually, at first, I really liked the locking mechanism on it. And now after using it for a while, it's not holding up. It's it's become quite problematic for me. I may use poles a little different than most people, you know what I mean? So I might be putting a little extra stress on the lock. I don't know, but um, I'm not happy with the lock on it. The tip, everyone was telling me to watch out for the tip. I've actually had no problems with the tip so far. So, and I've dropped it, and I've been pretty liberal with the abuse on the pole, just trying to see what it'll do. I've had the same 4/8 pole, 4 foot into 8 foot pole, and Unger Optolock for like 5 years now. Um, and I usually just swap the guts out, and the lock works good again. I'm not sure if that's something you can do with this pole. I'm gonna look into it, but if I can, I'm gonna see if maybe if there's replacement parts for the locking mechanism. Maybe the 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 aftermarket or the replacement parts are a little hold up a little bit better than the ones that come with it. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna order a new lock from my old Unger pole, and I'm gonna order a lock for this pole and see. I mean, after 2 weeks, that's kind of shitty, but you know, just to see if there's something going on in there that I don't. Maybe I can tinker with it and make. Because I like the pole because I like to use brass squeegees. I'm just a brass guy when it comes to residential work. That's what I prefer. Um, so it would be nice if this pole would be able to be fixed up and used on residential work. I'd like to use it for both, but we'll see what happens. Little palm olive dish soap. People like, dude, you use dish soap? Yep, yep, and ammonia. So, yep. So, I don't know if you like that or not. If you don't, I'm sorry. But here's my yellow bucket. What you don't see and what you can't hear is these seagulls are just going nuts. They are not happy with me being there. Um, they're pretty. I'm assuming. I bet you there's probably nests all over that roof of this restaurant I'm getting ready to clean. But there it is, the California Dreamer pole. It's a nice pole, but the lock is just the lock's not standing up right now. Taking more phone calls. Taking more phone calls, text messages, and emails so we can clean more windows. Um, Man, I don't know about anybody else, man, but this year has been a pretty good year for window cleaning. For people are residential wise are really spending money. You know what I mean? People are really wanting to have their windows cleaned. They're not afraid to spend any money, which is different than the past couple of years. People have kind of been real tight with their purse strings, and that seems to have changed. So that's pretty cool. Um, my kids. See, I mean, it's a nice pole, man. There's very little flex when you're doing your poles. I mean, it's a nice pole, but again, the lock is just, man, dude, I'm not happy with that lock at all. Like I said, and maybe I need to talk to Louis from Superb Windows. He's a super Sorbo guy. He's like strictly Sorbo. Maybe he knows something that I don't know. You know what I mean? Mark Tanner has a couple of these poles. He's told me after I ordered it and it was on its way, he's like, dude, you're not going to be happy with that pole. I wasn't. It's a brilliant pole, he said, but you know the tips are so, and the locks are not very good. So you know, I probably should have asked around first, but I wanted to try something new, you know, and I also wanted to order something from Windows 101 because I'm a Detroit Sponge guy, and I wanted to order something from Manny and just, you know, see what their shipping was like and their customer service, and I was happy with all of that. So Windows 101's not a bad spot to get stuff from. So this guy wanted to talk to me, and he's like, you just the windows here?" I'm like, "Nope, I do a bunch of windows here." He was congratulating me, telling me I do a good job. He was like, "I was wondering why all the windows at these places look so good." He goes, "So you know," I told him I do the restaurants. I don't think he wasn't aware which all ones are, but it was pretty cool. Someone to acknowledge, like, "Hey man, I've noticed these windows look so much better this year." This is the first year for this restaurant for me. I do other restaurants for them, but this is the first year for this particular restaurant. I should have gotten video of it. You guys should have seen it before I started cleaning it. My word. But, you know, I got kids in the background screaming here. Jesus. This is like my fourth attempt to do this video for you guys. People keep calling me. Sunday afternoon, people are wanting their window calling. I've gotten 6 calls on a Sunday afternoon for to have somebody have their windows. It's just ridiculous. It's the only time of year I answer the phone on a Sunday is during the busy season. Other than that, I don't mess with it, man. You call me during regular business hours or don't call me at all. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, as you can see, I mean, it's a rigid pole, man. It's not, you know, most poles will probably bend, get a little bend here when you're, you know, um, doing work like this. Got it fully extended, and you got your an 18-inch mop on it. There's not a lot of flex in it, you know. So here I am about to do some straight pulls. I know people hate that, but you know, I cut them in like that, you know, just the way I do it. It eliminates the crybabies from the top, you know. Not all the way. It's not completely foolproof, but for the most part it works pretty well. Um, Works well for me. It's a two swipe on this one, you know. Just trying to really what I wanted to do is just kind of show the flex on the pole. You see, I mean, there is some flex, but not like you would with most poles. You know what I mean? Even my Unger Optilock, it bends, it flexes quite a bit. Um, this one has a minimal flex, which for an aluminum pole, it's not bad. But it would be sweet if the damn lock would work. You know what I mean? It would be awesome. The lock did just not as good as most, you know. So I think they could use a little improvement on the lock. I got some stuff on these windows. And another thing you can't really tell is a reason why I'm redoing these windows. I'm going to redo a couple of them is because they're the muffle heads. Canadian soldiers, whatever you want to call them, they're flying in off the lake now, and they're everywhere. And every time I go to pull to get the water off the window, I run over a muffle head and smear it onto the glass and have to redo the window. So, you know, the story of my life. The front of this building, around this corner where that green bush is on the other side there, that's the rest of the restaurant. I recorded all of that, but I mean, this video would be an hour long if I was to add that stuff. I mean, the bugs were unbelievable. I actually had to break out my Stihl leaf blower and blow them all off, and it still was a pain in the ass to do, so it was a shit show. So I'm not using that footage. Just a nightmare, man. Um, but you know, like I said, I dig the pole. The lock they need to revisit the lock. You know what I mean? I like the collar on the lock, it's aluminum. It's just it's not it's just won't hold very well. They need to upgrade that. If they upgraded the lock on it, this would be a sweet ass storefront pole. Super sweet storefront pole. But again, it needs some work on the lock. I I wipe everything. People, oops. A lot of folks don't like. They think that's a waste of. You can do moves to not use a towel. Well, when you're working, I mean that's good for some places. Some storefront work you can do without wiping, and then there's other stuff like this where it's inundated by bugs and bird shit. You gotta wipe the framework down, or you're gonna have clean windows surrounded by nasty, shitty framework. You know what I mean? And to me, it's a total package, man. I've got to not only clean the glass, but I've also got to make sure the framework stays looking nice because thousands of people are walking around here and eating here, and you want to put your best foot forward, and you want the restaurants to look their best. So that being said, I go a little bit extra and wipe things down. Just to make sure, just to maintain them through the season. That way they stay looking nice and fresh. Um, I went through the trouble to get them clean. Why not keep them clean? So I stay with my towels on it. I need to start posting the videos of me using my sponge. Which I use my sponge, my sea sponge on the front of this, and like I said, the video is just so long, and it's a train wreck. I was pissed off. I was pissed off doing that. The front of this building, just the bugs and the wind. It is windy. You'll see in the next clips coming up here. And you can kind of see here. It's a windy day. This is right on the lake. I'm maybe a football field and a half from the lake. So you can see on the other side of that green bush there. If you go around the corner, the lake is right there. Oh, speaking of the lake is right there. See, it's that kind of day. You know, the wind blowing out of the north. It's June and it feels like it's October. The last time we were here, we had to remove some hard water. I just used some soap and some little bit of serum oxide on my mop there, and just kind of gave it a nice rub down a couple times with my mop, and it worked pretty good. Got 99% of it off. They don't want to pay to have it completely removed and me, take the time to get the stain completely off. They just want me to keep knocking it down. So I'll keep knocking it down and charging them for it. If that's the way they want to do it, that's the way I'll do it. I'd prefer to just eliminate it and be done with it, but the price for them, I guess the price point is just not on par with what they're trying to do. So I just wool it down real good, and it brings a shine to the window. They don't look kind of frosty and stuff. So they look 100% better here than they did when we were here a week ago. So you know you get what you pay for as far as that's concerned. I gave them a price to remove the stain completely, and they're just not into paying that, which is cool. I understand. I give them options though. I can, like I told them, I was like, I can buff it out and give it a light buffing and I can get most of it off with minimal effort, or I can polish it off. It's up to you guys. And they just preferred to me to just can you just do your best with it to make them look decent. I said, yeah, sure. This is what it'll cost. And they were okay with it. And like I said, they turned out good. I mean, a window cleaner is going to walk up and see like, oh man, there's a little bit of scale on these. You know what I mean? You can still see it, but it's not as prevalent, and your tools aren't dragging across the window now. So, and they shine up pretty good. So, but in direct sunlight at the right angle, you can see the very fine spotting. So I honestly think that it's they pressure wash this a couple of times a month. I honestly think something, whatever chemical they're using, I think is etching the glass. That's what I think it is, because I can get it to go away. I'd say maybe middle of July. These windows, you won't even be able to see it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to have to wool these out again because of the bugs, and or have to scrape them because of the bugs. Because, like I said, the Canadian soldiers, the muffleheads are coming in, and the mayflies are going to be here, and I'm going to have to scrape these windows down, and that'll be gone for the most part. And then when I come back, it's going to be in August, it'll start to show back up again. I don't know what it is. That's just my thoughts on it. It may just need polished, and that's what I think. I honestly think they just need polished. But I think the pressure washing, they spray the glass with the pressure washer. You see that wind just blowing my water off the window. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna consult with Mark. I'd like to find something like that Nanovations product. Maybe I can treat these windows after I get it off there, and hopefully I can treat these windows and it go away for them. You know what I mean? So, knocking myself out of a little bit of extra money on each one of these, but you know, it actually in the long run it saves time. And for me, time is important, because if I'm not messing around with this here, I could be somewhere else making money. You know what I mean? So I'm not really out anything, really. So, but yeah, man, I'm I'm not disappointed, but I was really hoping for more with the this new pole. I mean, as you can see, I'm using my regular. I'm back to my Optolock pole. It just oldie but a goodie. It still works real good. These bugs, man, are unbelievable. Fanning with that 22, son. I keep trying to. You can see those wet spots on my shirt. I kept every time I go to put my squeegee uh in my gunslinger on the job before this one. I was just before this one. My shirt, the wind would blow, and I go to stick it in, and I jab my whole shirt and my squeegee into the gunslinger. It's kind of pissing me off, man. I'm about to poke a hole in my shirt. What you guys missed here is I did the tops, and fucking moron. Um, these fucking guys on these motorcycles around here. I mean, it's a residential area. They think it's a drag strip. But anyways, I did the tops and didn't even realize the wind blew the GoPro over, so I had to reset it all back up. And whatever. I'm not using that footage then. Because most of it was like laying on the ground on its side. You could just see my feet. So, I don't know. This job here. I mean, the beach is right there. I mean, behind these black rails, there's a sidewalk, and then right there's the beach. So, um, these windows get a lot of abuse. Like I said, the winters kind of blow out of the north here, and when we first did this, they were shoveling sand into bobcats and taking it across the sidewalk back to the beach, because I mean it was like sand dunes in front of this. So maybe they could be even sandblasted, these windows. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't know, man. They're this particular restaurant. These windows are tough to maintain. Um, I keep blowing water onto the window. Oh my god, it's just a shitty morning. Good thing is later on this evening is my birthday party. I might post some footage of that. I don't know, but I might do a little birthday deal there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man, the gunslinger is an awesome tool, man. I'm really digging it. Um, that right there, the gunslinger is probably, people are gonna see. because a lot of other folks are getting to use these now because they're getting them out. Just I got I don't know what this black. It's not Can-Am Old Sport. I don't know what it is, but man, it's some kind of something from Bugs. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, you pick it up off the gaskets or whatever on the window, and then pull it across the glass. Oh my God! And it doesn't want to come off. But yeah, more people are getting these gunslingers, and they're out using them, and they're doing all the speaking on it now. So you won't hear from just us about how good it is. There's other guys out there that are using them that are pretty damn happy with it. So uh, I think a lot of the negative stuff that's coming out about it, unfortunately, a lot of the negative things that are being said about it are it's coming from guys that have never even touched it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, it looks like it's sewn like shit and all this. I'm like, dude, you never even touched it, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You know? People are so stupid on the internet, man. Especially in these industry page groups. They're just a bunch of momos. You know what I mean? There's barely anyone in there that has a valid fucking opinion on something because they've never even used it. You know what I mean? They're just like shitting on people. So they're like, oh, well, I'm going to say this because it's not the thing I got for free. You know, just dumb shit. But my recommendation on the Sorbo California Dreamin' pole is it's a good pole. It just lacks some. It needs some design renovations on the lock. But you can see I'm back to my Unger pole, and that's probably where I'm gonna go back to is the Unger pole and probably stay there until I hear differently on these locks or somebody comes out with a new pole, preferably carbon fiber. Until that happens, I'm probably just going to stay with my Optolocks, man. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace. What's up, guys? Go to www.outlawwindowcleaner.com and buy you some Black Diamond squeegee rubber. We sell it in all lengths, T-tops, rounds, different weights like medium, soft, hard. It's it's good rubber, and from what I understand, Casper is the owner of Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber. He's actually coming out with something new. So um, if you go to their website, Black Diamond's website, they're actually looking for testers for this. So if you guys want to test a new product and a new squeegee rubber, get a hold of them. They're looking for guinea pigs, so you might like that. I don't know. Maybe you'll be on the forefront of some new awesome technology for window cleaning. So who doesn't like that? But we sell Black Diamond squeegee rubber. We sell the Legend channels on the outlawwindowcleaner.com, and we also sell Outlaw Window Cleaner t-shirts. There's 3 or 4 different designs now. I think you guys will like the new designs. They're pretty dope. We got stickers on there, coffee mugs, and we're getting ready to launch a new line. Something that I've been working on. You guys will be hearing about it soon. I think you guys will really dig it. Just a still outlaw window cleaner and everything, but just a little branch off from that. I think you guys will dig it. Just something different for guys that really aren't into the outlaw thing, but still like to represent. You know what I mean? So, if you don't really like the Desperado feel in your life. Maybe this will work for you. I don't know. We'll see. I hope you guys will like it. But just we wanted to give you guys a little variety. So that's coming up soon. Tim and I are now in the process of. I've been kind of waiting to kind of do a push on my channel to get subs up, and I've been waiting for Tim to either launch his new channel or get his old channel back, and we still don't know how that's going to work out. But he started a new channel, so what we're going to do is I am going to purchase a gunslinger. I'm going to design and buy a gunslinger and give it away from one of my subscribers on my channel is going to get it, and Tim is going to buy and design himself a gunslinger and give it away to one of the subscribers on his channel. So you've got two ways or two opportunities to win yourself a gunslinger from outlawwindowcleaner.com. You got two chances to get yourself one. All you have to do is like and subscribe to either my channel, Outlaw T Squeegee, or Outlaw Window Cleaner, Tim's channel. Subscribe to either one of those, and maybe you could win a custom gunslinger from either T Squeegee or Bob Bouquet. So, like and subscribe, man. Have your employees subscribe. I mean, or have your buddy subscribe. Have your wife subscribe. Whatever you got to do to get yourself an Outlaw Window Cleaner designed gunslinger. And we are also real soon here, we're going to do a best photo competition inside the group, and the winner will receive the new t-shirt design, a new Outlaw Window Cleaner t-shirt. So that is going to be pretty sweet. I think it's going to be the Outlaw Gunslinger t-shirt, which is pretty cool. But if you go to again, go to www.outlawwindowcleaner.com and buy yourself some Black Diamond squeegee rubber, man. Casper's an awesome guy. Black Diamond is an awesome product, and you guys would be supporting us at the same time. It really doesn't do a whole lot for our pocketbook, but it could help. It helps out with the podcast and the t-shirts and stuff like that. Gives us a little wiggle room to kind of do more stuff for you guys, so that's cool. And if you listen to the podcast, man, email me at asksqueegee@yahoo.com, and we'll read your email on the podcast, man. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the little sales pitch on the end here, but, I just want you guys to try out Black Diamond Rubber, not only because we sell it, but before we sold it, I was a customer of Casper's, and when he approached us about, maybe putting some Black Diamond in our store, we were like, heck yeah, because it's good stuff. It's something I've used and I like it, so I have no problem trying to get you guys to buy it. So you don't have to buy it from us. You can go to Black Diamond Rubber, and buy it directly from Casper. But either way, man, it's worth a shot. I think you guys will like it. It's around $8 cheaper per dozen, and than most squeegee rubbers, and it lasts quite a bit longer. So, and the way it comes, it kind of keeps it from getting all banged up. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you guys will like it. Give it a shot. Try it out. And I don't think you'd be sorry. But this has been my useless attempt to sell you squeegee rubber. So we go to outlawwindowcleaner.com and get yourself some Black Diamond squeegee rubber. Try out the Legend channels. They're pretty slick. The 3x4 tapered 45 end Legend channels are pretty neat, man. They're nice tools. Get you a t-shirt, whatever. The Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber t-shirt is only $15, and it's got Outlaw Window Cleaner logo real big on the back, so it's super sweet. But we thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. Peace.